All right. How's it going, YouTube? Juxta here, and today I'm going to make a fighting games tier list of the games that I've played, of the games that I like. This is my own personal opinion. This is not a dig at anyone else that does like another game or doesn't like another game. This is just me and the games I've played over my lifetime. So I'm 37 years old now. So you go back, I started with like the PS1, and that was I was about I don't know 8 or 9, maybe even younger when I got the PS1, and I one of the first few games I got was like my first ever game that I actually got on PS1 was Crash Bandicoot. So that being my first ever game was like a big deal, and I played that till I finished it. I didn't buy another game. I didn't ask for another game or anything like that. I did rent some games from the video store. So if you're old enough to remember that, you go to the video store, you go straight to the game section, and you look up whatever games you were playing right now. They had like Dreamcast, they had PlayStation 1, Nintendo 64, they had everything there. And for me personally, I always was into fighting. Back then, I was into a lot of fighting games and shooting games. So when I had my 64, I always used to play a lot of GoldenEye, 007. So if you played that, you'll know that just really, really fun. I played a lot of fighting games too. I played some RPGs, but RPGs weren't very good. I started really getting more into RPGs once I got a computer. And when I got a computer, that's when I kind of went to the RTS. So I got really into like Warcraft 2, Warcraft 3, StarCraft Brood War, Age of Empires, Command and Conquer, etc. So this particular tier list I'm going to make is just the games I've played. So let me just do one little thing before I start. Um, let's just put some chill beats in the back, right? Just while I'm doing this. So something easy. It's not going to get me in trouble. There we go. I don't want it to be too loud. There we go. That's a bit better. Just a little bit of background noise, right? So this is my tier list. I'm not having a dig at anyone else's games that they like, the characters they like, the system mechanics, whatever it may be. This is just my personal preference. I haven't looked at all the games, even though there's this many. So I'm only putting the ones I've played, the ones I liked, and what I thought about them, and we'll go from there. So let's just start like at the top here. So I did not play Mortal Kombat. I did play Mortal Kombat 1 at a friend's place, and that was the weirdest game. I'll probably put this in D rank. It was just really busted because he had one of those old school 286s or 386 computers, and somehow he was able to get that to work, which I found really impressive that he was actually able to get Mortal Kombat to work. And I used to come over, we used to play it on his keyboard. So he would be on the left side of the keyboard, and I'd be on the right side of the keyboard, and we just play the game. And it was weird because it was so busted. All you do is jab. Like you could just punch with like Liu Kang or Sub Zero, and you'd get the kill. Like there'd be 3/4 of their health gone. And even though like that was one thing I liked about it, I did like the special moves. Like I liked how Sub Zero could freeze you. I liked how Scorpion could throw a spear and pull you towards him. You know, Liu Kang had like fireballs, and you had other characters that I really enjoyed too, like Goro. He was impossibly big, and he just hit you 3 times and you die. So that was kind of I'd say that was probably the very first game I ever played. I did not play 2, 3, or 4, but I did. I can't see it here. Where's Trilogy? I don't see Trilogy. I did play a lot of Mortal Kombat Trilogy. I don't see it here. Is that the same as Mortal Kombat 3? I don't think that's the same. No. But I can't, if I find Trilogy, I'll put it up there. Because a Trilogy, I'd put about in B rank. Trilogy was really, really good. I really enjoyed playing Mortal Kombat Trilogy. I liked doing the cheat code at the bottom. So you'd have 6 bars, and you'd push certain inputs on your controller. And if you got the inputs correct, you only have a short amount of time to do it. But if you got the inputs correct, you'd incorporate a cheat. So back then, like you had like brutalities, babalities, you had friendship, you had access to all the fatalities, and that was awesome. I can't see it here, unfortunately. So I'm just leave it for now. Another game I did play when I was a kid. So I'll do all the ones when I played when I was a kid. So here we go. Tekken, the very first Tekken I played. That was really interesting because all the games until like, well, it's just Mortal Kombat. But I did play other ones in between. But Tekken was the first 3D fighter I played, and it was really fun. That game was fun. It was strange to understand because the way you do moves and try to get combos out was really intricate, and there were so many. But now there's even more. Like, we'll get into it later when we get into the newer Tekken ones, but it was huge. Like, it was one of those kind of games that it was 3D, so everything before I played this was 2D, and it was great. It was so much fun. I would still play that today. If apart from the bizarre graphics, I'd still play that today. Okay, what else we got? I did play Tekken 2 and 3 for sure. And Tekken 3. Actually, Tekken 3 was really good. So I remember playing those two as well, and they just kind of felt like they progressed the story from Tekken 1. Where you pass the game with Kazuya, he picks up Heihachi, he walks over to the cliff, and he drops him. And, you see later on that Heihachi actually didn't die, and there's like a whole story behind it. I'm not going to ruin the story. If anyone wants to watch it or play the game, if you're able to play, I don't know if you're able to play it. If you have a PS1, you can probably still play it. If your disc isn't scratched to hell. So those three Tekkens I really liked. I got really into Tekken as well. And then that kind of progressed me into other stuff. So I did not play Tekken 4, 5, or 6, or 7. I just recently started playing 8, and 8's good. Tekken 8 is good. They've made it really user-friendly. There's a really good story mode. There's a really good arcade quest mode that teaches you the mechanics of the game, and it kind of has like a little bit of a story behind it, whereas you're the main character. It's got good sample combos. It's got the way they've made the game is made it much more user-friendly. So if you're new to fighting games and you want to play a 3D fighter, Tekken's great for that. Just do it. It's really fun. I just got it. You can get on because there is a bit of backlash about how the system mechanics and the balance of the game is a bit whack, but it's got some of the best graphic animation I've ever seen, and it's got some of the best artwork I've ever seen. So for that alone makes it easily an A tier game, and it's really good. There's heaps of people playing it online. I was looking at Steam charts the other day, and there's like anywhere between 5,000 and 6,000 people at peak times playing the game, and that's just on Steam. That's not including PS5, PS4, Xbox, etc. Like, it's the game kicks ass, and I've only just started playing it, so I haven't done any online yet for Tekken 8. I'm only still learning the mechanics. I'm still trying to learn combos. I'm still trying to pick a main character, and I'm going to keep playing that. That's a great game. That's a really good game. I did not play 4, 5, 6, or 7. I didn't play Tekken Tag. Nope. I did not play Street Fighter vs Tekken, which actually looks like a really good game. I did play this a bit, though. Now, Street Fighter 2, oh man. So I went to a friend's house. He had a SNES, so a Super Nintendo, and he had this game. And he was so freaking good at this game. I didn't even know how to do... This is the first game that taught me how to do motion inputs. So quarter circle forward, quarter circle back, the DP motion. That's what that taught me. And I really got into it. I also learned how to do charge moves, things like that. So, if you play a Guile or at the time Blanca and Bison, they had charge moves. And that was a mechanic I didn't really like at the time, but as I kept playing the game, it was really fun to play charge characters. Because you can kind of always hide your charge in amongst other things you're doing. And I found that to be so cool. Like, it was so cool. So that was my introduction to Street Fighter. I didn't play the very first Street Fighter. I think that came out when I was born. It came out in like 1987. So that was one of the Street Fighters. I mean, I don't remember how many people would have played it, but everyone played Street Fighter 2. Absolutely everybody. If you're anybody, you played Street Fighter 2. Okay, what else we got here? Third Strike, yeah. Okay, Third Strike is S. This game rocked. When this game came out, I was playing, I think I was PS2 at the time. Or might have been PS1 still, but... Oh man, I played the hell out of this game. I got obsessed. I got whacked out on it. all the characters were cool. The system mechanics were really good. It was very tight. So coming from Street Fighter 2, there was not many combos. You could do probably like a 3, maybe a 4 hit combo at the most. But that was more of like a footsies based game when you get a good even like a Hadouken would do like a quarter of your health. It was crazy. It was so powerful. But then you come into Third Strike, and that was a bit more about supers, because I don't remember this right, but I don't think Street Fighter 2 had supers. Street Fighter 2 was just more specials. I have to look into that, but from what I remember, I don't remember doing much super work. It was more just flat out just hitting the person, working on your neutral, working on your footsies, trying to get a counter hit in, or just evading them to a point where you can get your hit in and they can't, and that was great. But Third Strike was way different. Third Strike was so freaking good, man. I still to this day play Third Strike. I'm not any good at it, but I still play Third Strike, and I still really like Third Strike. If they ever like do a remake of Third Strike, I'll be on top of that, like no problem. So let's see. Yeah, really, really good game. Highly recommend Third Strike. Okay, what else we got here? I did not play Street Fighter 4 or 5, but I did play 6. Yeah, I have to put 6 there. I've dropped, because I only restarted playing fighting games in October 2024, and Street Fighter at that point had already been out for about a year and a bit. So it'd been about a year and about 3-4 months, and I was like, I'm going to get back into fighting games because I'm so tired of my RTS. And I'm really bored of RPGs, and I just wanted something a little bit more exciting and a bit more fun. And Street Fighter and all fighting games in general just kind of fit that bracket. Street Fighter 6 got everything. If you're completely new, Street Fighter 6 will teach you how to play fighting games from a complete noob to like an intermediate to decent level player. It's got great system mechanics. Maybe you could argue Drive Rush is a little bit whack and throw loops are a little bit annoying, but you kind of turn a blind eye to that just because the tutorial is really good. They've got really good combo trials. They've got it's kind of like an RPG story where you can walk around. You are a character and you walk around in a town and you fight people in the town, or you talk to them and they'll give you missions and you go complete the missions. So it's got this kind of like RPG fighting game element to it, which is really, really smart the way they've done that. And it's honestly accessible to everybody. Everybody can play Street Fighter 6. I don't care what you say. If you want to play a fighting game and you're like, oh, I don't know where to start with Street Fighter 6 and then work your way into everything else. It's hard, it's easy, and it's everything in between. Go play it. It's really, really good. Okay. Alpha. Is that Alpha 2? I think that's Alpha 2, yep. Alpha 3 I did play a lot. Alpha 3 is okay. It was a little bit weird. It's kind of got like it's got 2 different modes. So you got 3 actually different modes. You got Aism, Vism, and I think it's Xism. So Aism is just your standard arcade kind of feel. It's you build up your super bar. When it gets to a certain point, you can throw out a super, and you can link that super from like a normal or a special, just depending on the character you are and things like that. Then you had Vism. Now, Vism was so interesting. Actually, you know what? I'll put this here because it did have some cool stuff. Vism was a variable way. So you didn't have supers, but you could constantly punch out specials. So you could link a special into another special over like the course of maybe one or 2 frames. So you could just keep doing it over and over again. There was no time barrier. There was no restriction. Once you have your bar full and you're in Vism, just go ham on the player. It was great fun. Highly recommend playing Alpha 3 because that setup, that Aism, Vism, and Xism was simple. So if you were brand new to the game and you just wanted to throw a Hadouken out and you pick like Ryu or Ken, you just want to throw a Hadouken, you can. You just push one button. And you're doing what someone's doing with 4 pushes. So instead of them going quarter circle forward, punch, you could just go punch. And it would let you do it. It's fine. People still play like that. If you want to play like that, no one's going to hold that against you. Really cool mechanics that really opened the way for other games. Okay, let's see. What else? If I can't see the game, if I can't tell what it is that EX? Oh man, EX is weird. I played EX. It was weird. It wasn't bad. It just felt weird to have Street Fighter look 3D. I think if I'm remembering right, EX2 Plus that's the one I played a lot of. That one was weird because it was almost like Tekken, but it had like projectiles, which I'm not saying Tekken doesn't have projectiles. It does, but it's limited. Whereas EX Plus and EX Plus 2, they were good games, and the combos were fun. The supers were fun too, but it felt weird to play a Street Fighter that wasn't 2D. I wanted to play a Street Fighter that was 2D without the 3D graphics, like a kind of 2D feel. So I didn't really like it. I remember playing a lot of Ken, and I did not like playing him in that. I'm still Ken, one of my favorite characters. Street Fighter EX3, there's 3. I didn't play 3. Let's keep going through them. That looks like Street Fighter the movie. No. Oh, Pocket Fighter, yeah, I remember this. This is funny. So what I remember about Pocket Fighter, it was actually more of like a, was this the one that was like a Tetris feel to it? So you'd almost be playing like Tetris where you're color coding, and when you color coded better than the other player, your little character would hit them. So I don't think I'm not sure if that's that or it might be something else. If I'm confusing it, I do apologize, because I do remember there was a Street Fighter game where you play as little characters with like big heads. But if that's the one I'm thinking of, it was kind of like if you ever played Dr. Mario. It was like Dr. Mario. Okay, let's see where we got now. What we're up to? Where are we up to? We're back here. Okay, we're up to the third line. Look how many lines there are. Goodness. Rival Schools, no. Darkstalkers, I didn't play. I've heard good things about Darkstalkers. Didn't play it. X-Men, that's Children of the Atom. I did not play that, but I did play this. Oh, man. It's hard for me not to put this, like, I'll just leave it in A. X-Men vs. Street Fighter opened my eyes up to fighting games. When I played X-Men vs. Street Fighter, I got addicted to this game for about a whole year until I actually bought it. So I would go to the video store, and every time my mum or dad went to the video store, they wanted to rent a movie, I kept re-renting this. So I would have it with me. I'd have to return it because my week of having the game was over, and I'd tell the person, can you put that back on the account? I want to rent it again. And it got to a point where I did that for over, I think, a year. I just kept going back. If I didn't get that game, if I didn't have this game in my house, I pretty much owned the copy. If I didn't have this game in my house, I was just like unbearable. I had to play this. Actually, no, I'm putting it here. It was such a fun game. I loved the supers. I loved the characters. Wolverine was like one of my favorite characters to play, and I love Spider-Man. So, and then you put Ryu, Ken, and Kuma, and all those. Oh, it just felt so good to play something like that. Because at the time, being the kid I was probably like in my early teens, maybe 11, 12, and that came out, and I lost it. I could not stop playing this game. Anytime friends would come over after school, they'd verse me, and I'd just blow them apart. I didn't like it because it was fast. And back then, like, now that I'm old, I'm 37 now, so I'm an older guy now. But back then, when I wasn't old, that was bliss to play. That was the best dopamine kick you've ever had. And, oh, man. I still play this today, but I'm not any good at it anymore. It's too fast for me. So, there you go. That's the times kicking in. Oh, man, I remember this. I remember this so well. Whew. Okay. Oh, yeah, here we go. Yeah. I'm going to put this here because this was a really, really good game. But it was a little bit harder because, once you figure out... Well, it wasn't that it was hard, but once you figure out how to almost do, like, infinite loops, the game is a little bit stale. You get to a point where you're really enjoying the game and it's really, really fun, but it got stale for me because I figured out infinites with a few players and I learned how to use my assists correctly, and after that I felt like the game just got dry to me. I'd still like this game. I'd still play it now, even though I'm not good at it. The speed of the game was good. The mechanics were good. The characters were really cool too. There was more characters in this game than X-Men vs Street Fighter. And the assists, and there was a different system mechanics in the game as well. So you could also change the speed. You could play on normal, Turbo 1 and Turbo 2, I think. And this, for me, yeah, it was good, but not as good as X-Men vs Street Fighter, unfortunately. Just my personal opinion, guys. You can have your own. It's all good. I did not play Ultimate. Nope. I did not play Infinite. Fighting Evolution. No. Okay, here we go. Capcom. There we go. Now, I did not play a lot of Capcom vs SNK. I actually never played an SNK game. I never got my hands on an SNK game when I was young. But one game I did get the chance to play was Capcom vs SNK 2, and that game sets a lot of stuff apart. They have 6 grooves, and there's, I don't know, like 30, 40 characters. Huge character selection. It's really, really good. But once you add 6 grooves, and then let's say 40 characters with 6 grooves, you can do the math. Because every character with each groove that you chose to play the character under would be different. So you could play like a K-groove Sagat, would be completely different to playing like a A-groove Sagat. And they took a lot of stuff from Alpha. So the V-ism I was talking about before, they have that in Street Fighter 2. It's called A-groove, where you have, you can do like basically any combo, like a custom combo, and you can just keep going with it. And with that one, the difference with that is as well, you could also finish with one super. So this game really set everything apart. It had a huge roster. Like no matter what, you would find someone you'd like to play or would play in Capcom vs SNK 2. Really, really fun game. I didn't get to play any other SNK game apart from that, and it's not even a full SNK, it's like a half SNK game. But the groove system that they grabbed from Alpha 3 worked into this. The K groove they grabbed from Sam Show worked in this. C groove was just your standard groove like that you get like A-ism from Street Fighter 3. You had P groove, which is like the parry groove, so that was more Third Strike. If you played Third Strike, the parry system in Third Strike is kind of reminiscent of that. S groove, what was S groove? Oh, just trying to think, because I had bought the Capcom Collection too. Really fun to play. S groove was, oh man, I can't remember for the life of me. I remember that being a really bad groove. N groove was the groove that you could build up. So you had a bar, but you also, once the bar filled up, you'd get a point. You could get 3 points. So you could fill the bar up 3 times and get 3 points and pick and choose when you wanted to use them. S groove, K groove, like I said, Sam Show, and S groove was, oh man, it's a really bad groove. I'll have to get back to you guys on that one. But a really good game nonetheless. You know, I might put it even above Tekken. Like that. Okay, let's keep going. Okay, no, I did not play any of the Art of Fighting games. Now, the only Fatal, like I said, didn't play any SNK game, guys. So the only Fatal Fury game I've played is Fatal Fury City of the Wolves. I've dropped already about 300 hours into this game, and it's really good. There are a few things about it that make it a little bit annoying. It sometimes does bug out. I've noticed playing a lot, because I've played a lot of online on this, and I'm currently, I think, in A rank, so I'm not doing great, but I'm doing well enough to know I can explain the game to you guys. The SPG system is good. You can place where you want to have the SPG in the start, middle, or the end. The combo system is really good, so you can link special into special into special, and then finish with a super. They're EX moves, so you'll basically have an EX special move, and then you can link 3 or 4 of them together, even 5 if the character has it, and that will all link. It will all work, and then you can end on a super. So it's almost one of those games, if you counter hit correctly, if your punishes are good, if you got good neutral and footsies, and you find that hit, you can turn that hit into half health. You can almost two-touch someone in this game. Now, what kind of defers that is the just defend, hyper defend, and you got SPG. So if you're getting comboed and there's a gap in the combo, so like it's not a true string, you can SPG someone, push them off you, and restart. So it does have that kind of defensive stuff, but you have to be mindful of what is a true string, what isn't. So there's a little bit of labbing to do. The frame data that's involved is really tight, so you got to There's no leeway. If a combo won't work, it won't work. You just got to figure it out another way out. But like I said, linking special into special, then finishing with a super, really cool feeling. Really cool feeling. Highly recommend everyone play Fatal Fury. I'm still playing it. I love it. I'm going to keep playing it. So that would be the only SNK game I've played. The other Fatal Fury I can think of was the Fatal Fury that you walk around. This is a platformer, basically, a side-scroller. You just walk around, kill like baddies, and then keep moving on. But I don't remember which Fatal Fury that was. I had played that one. Is this Mark of the Wolves? This Garo? Okay, so 2 weeks before Fatal Fury came out, I played Garo. And I didn't really like Garo. I'm not saying it's a bad game at all. I really couldn't figure it out. It felt very clunky to me. I couldn't figure out how to feint properly, and I figured out how to feint properly in this. I couldn't figure out how to break, but I figured out breaking in this. So it just felt like a bit too old for me to kind of grasp the mechanics of what SNK wanted to do with Mark of the Wolves, and then made it so much better in City of the Wolves. So it's a good game. Like I said, I only played about 2 weeks of it just before this came out, just to see what an SNK game was like, because I had never played one before that. Okay, what else we got here? We're up to King of Fighters. I did not play any King of Fighters. Unfortunately, I feel like I missed out a bit there because I've heard good things about King. Oh, actually, I've played this one. Oops. I've played this one. I didn't understand this game very well. I did the tutorial. I played a couple of online games, and I didn't understand the mechanics. I think I might have to give this one another try because I don't want to be like dissing on the game. It's KOF, Fatal Fury, SNK games in general. They're really good. Those guys make really good games. Really, really good fighting games. And I will continue to play them. Like, you look at Street Fighter, you look at the 6-button games, and you look at SNK as like the 4-button games. And it depends what you want to do. But I would argue that Fatal Fury is a 6-button game because you do have to worry about breaking. You'll have a break macro and a feint macro just to make it easier. I'm not saying you need that. It just makes the game a lot easier when you macro those two commands onto separate keys instead of having to push 2 buttons at the same time. Just something to think about. KOF, like I said, didn't play it. Only played a little bit of it, and I found it the system mechanics a little bit obscure. But that's because I didn't really give it a proper shake. And when I played online, I just got smashed. So, you know, it's one of those games that it's got that appeal to it. But whatever. I like SNK. I think they're really good. Okay, Sam Show. Yeah, there you go. Yeah. Okay, this game's good. I don't care what anyone says. If you like footsies, if you like neutral, play Sam Show 2019. But it came out on Steam in 2021. We got it 2 years later. If you're into big hits, like someone will hit you 2 times and it'll take half your health, play Sam Show. It's really, really intense when it comes to the neutral and the footsies. I think it's lots of fun, but it's very strict with the timings, the spacings. The jump mechanic is a bit different as well because the characters in this game jump really high. They jump really, really high. And it's like they'll jump and the top of their head will be cut off from the screen. So it's high, but it's really fun game. I've played it a bit now. It took me forever to find games online, which is the only problem. The game's a bit dead. So it's just hard to say. Like, the netcode for a lot of these other games, like Fatal Fury, Tekken 8, Third Strike, Street Fighter 6, they've all got really good netcodes. So if you want to play this online, you will be able to play it online. And there are people playing those games. There's even really good Discord communities for these games. Whereas I feel like Sam Show is like a Discord fighter. And a Discord fighter is basically, you're not going to find a game online. You have to go in Discord, ask anyone if they want to play, and that's how you're going to play against other people. Which isn't like great. I mean, unless you could know the person or not know the person, you start versing them. It's your choice. And they beat you, or you beat them, and then they're salty or you're salty, and you won't talk to them in Discord anymore. That's the way it rolls, right? Okay, where are we up to? Okay, Sam Show. Yep. Oh, we got heaps. Okay. I don't know some of these. That's Sam Show as well. Last Blade. Oh, that sounds really familiar. Oh, okay. I've played this. I liked Soul Calibur 2. I only played the second one because I couldn't find the first one at the video store. So I found the second one and I played this a lot. This game's actually pretty good. It's like Sword Fighter. Everyone's got a different kind of sword, and it's got I think this is the game that introduced me to ring outs. So you could knock someone out of the stage, and if you knocked them out of the stage, you win. That's even if they had like full health almost. Like if you knocked them out with one hit, that's it. You've won the round. So I mean, that mechanic alone made the game really tense. So you had to really kind of like be aggressive in this game. Watch where you were on the arena, like on the fighting field, and it was, it was good. It was actually a really good game. I can't remember the system mechanics very well. I just remember every time I got ring out and I still had like 3/4 health, like I'd have to go buy a new controller. So fun, but tense and very strict. Okay, let's see what else we got here. Guilty Gear. Now, Guilty Gear, the only one I played is this one. Now, I've played Strive a bit. I've only dropped about, I don't know, 70 odd hours into it. I played online a bit. I think I had like a 10% win rate. Everyone at this game, because I said, I started in October 2024, and this game came out in 2021. So by this point, even though the game is stunning to look at, really cool mechanics, really cool combo Gatling system, like that is a really fun system. If you didn't play this during Inception, you go on now and it's gonna hurt when you lose. It hurts. They did just introduce a ranked ladder, so before that you'd have to like queue up in like the lobbies, and you'd walk around with your little pixel character, and if anyone was ready to play, you could see them like next to the thing, and it'd be like a little flag or something just flapping, and like, I want to play a game. Well, now they've introduced ranked, and I haven't tried ranked yet. But the game looks just like it's got such a dedicated base of players. And you look on Steam right now, this game is dropping at least 2,000 players a night. 2,000 to 3,000. Like, it's still very popular after like nearly 4 years. And everyone's playing it. Game's gorgeous. Like, the animation's amazing. The way the Gatling gun combos work, so you can link heavies into even heaviers. So it just light to medium to heavy, but there's only a 4-button game. So you got a punch and a kick, then you got a slash and a heavy slash. And as long as you go into the next order, you'll be able to link a combo, and then from those you can link specials into it. And then you've also got your Roman cancels. There's 4 different Roman cancels. They all do something different. You have to learn that part too. So the game's got a lot of depth to it. It's a really good game for what it is. But I'm just not ready to get my ass kicked numerous amounts of times when I'm playing ranked. So I've done a lot of the tutorials. I've played a lot against a couple of friends. I've played some friends in it. They taught me some stuff. I've done all the missions that I could do. So basically like the combo missions. It's good. It's a very good game. Play it if you like anime fighters. Get ready for a little bit of destruction. Because everyone's like, this has got like a straight up cult following. This game is epic. I haven't played any of the others really. I've played XRD. It didn't feel any different to Strive to me. So I'm just going to leave that there because I've only done like some tutorials and stuff. So it wasn't really... it just couldn't get into it. Where's this? There we go. Sorry, let me just turn that off. There we go. Okay, where are we up to? We're squeezing through the Soul Calibur. Done Guilty Gear. Blaze Blue, I have not played. I have heard things about it. It's straight up anime fighter, very fast. I haven't played any of the Persona games. I haven't played any of the Arcana Heart games. Oh, Grand Blue I have played. Yeah, I played this one. This is pretty good. Grand Blue Rising is really good, but it's also really dry. It's an anime fighter, and you expect it to be really spazzed out, like you like play Guilty Gear, or we'll get into it later, but Under Night and Melty Blood. You expect that, but it's not slow. It's very grounded. It's also really good, really welcoming to beginners because you'll have buttons that'll automatically do a special, kind of like how what game was I talking about earlier that had the same feature? It's like Street Fighter 6. You know, you got modern controls on Street Fighter 6 where you can just push one button and you'll do a special. You have the same thing in Grand Blue, except it's got a bit of a timer on the special, so you can't keep spamming it. There's a cooldown on the special that will just will stop you from pushing a one-button special. Unless you want to do the manual inputs, then the cooldown is greatly reduced. But I played this online, and I just couldn't feel it. I don't think it's a bad game at all. I think it's actually a really good game, but I just couldn't... It just didn't suck me in like some of these other games did. If it just had something that was just a little bit more appealing to me, it would be there. The system mechanics are good. They make sense. Some of the supers are really, really well animated. Like the animation, the artwork for this game is 10 out of 10. It's got a really good netcode, so you can definitely play it online. There's still people still playing it. Last time I checked, I think there's anywhere between 300 to 500 people playing it any given day. So it's got a pretty good following. You don't have. It's not a Discord fighter. You can find games online. It's just, you know, now it's. I think it came out in 2024. So it's a relatively new game, and it's really beginner friendly. So if you do like anime fighters, but you don't want to be jumping around like a spaz all over the place, play Grand Blue versus Rising. It's really, really good. Okay, where are we up to? So we've done the Soul Colors, you know. DNF Duel, I've heard things. And straight up anime fighter. I haven't played it. I did play this. I didn't like it. So anyone that does like Dragon Ball Z Fighters, I apologize. I didn't like it. I tried to get into it. I'm a big anime fan. I love my animes, but I could not get into that game. I tried, and it was too erratic. I felt like I was going to have a seizure while playing this game. So it was just not for me. I didn't like the combo system. I didn't like the mechanics. I just felt out of place playing Dragon Ball Z Fighters or Fighter Z. So I know a lot of people like this game. Kudos to you. This is just my opinion. I couldn't get into it. I tried my best. And being a Dragon Ball Z fan, I really wanted to like it and I couldn't. I tried. Okay. DOA. I did play one of the DOAs. I can't remember which one. I think it might have been 6 or 4. You know what? I'll leave DOA out. It's fine. Skullgirls. Okay, yeah. So if you want a heavy combo game with heavy air combos and dashes and really nice artwork, play Skullgirls. Skullgirls is fun. I haven't played any online. It's a 3v3 fighter. It can also be 2v2 and 1v1. I'm not sure what it is for professional play or tournament play. But I liked it. It was really good, but it was a bit too hard for me. The game had this... the way you do combos in this game felt really good, but really difficult. Because it has got strict timing on your combos. You can't miss it by a couple of frames and be like, oh, it'll be alright, it'll come out. It won't come out. I can't say it's bad. I'm not going to say it's bad. I think it's a good game. But for me personally... Not my cup of tea. I think the artwork, it's all hand-drawn animation. It's really impressive. Really cool combo system. System mechanics are okay too. But I couldn't get into the speed. The speed of it is really fast. And because it's a game that came out in 2013, yeah, I couldn't get into it. I tried. I really did try, guys. And it's good, but not for me. Okay, let's see. We're up to... JoJo's Bizarre Adventure, Nen Impact. I've heard really bad things about Nen Impact, which is a shame because Hunter x Hunter is an amazing anime. Okay, there we go. Is this the right one? Yeah, it's this one. Okay. Okay, this game's good. Under Night in Birth 2, Cis Celis. It's really good. It's an anime fighter. It's quick, but it's also more grounded, so there's less air combos. Character roster is really good. Every character feels different in this game. So you want to pick someone, they will all feel different to the other person you want to pick. You got from people like Waldstein to Hyde to... Oh man, I don't know. They're all different. They feel really different, you know, and if you do play it, you'll understand what I mean. Like, it's an anime fighter. It's fast, really good combos. It's also a little bit beginner friendly because you can just mash one button and a full combo will come out with a super. So it's if you just want to mash buttons and watch like some really cool animations on your screen, play Under Night in Birth 2. It's fun, but it's not much people play it though online. I think anywhere on any given day is like 50 to 100 people a day. So it's a little bit of a Discord fighter. You can find games, but everyone that plays this would be a vet right now, and yeah, you're gonna be a hard pressed, like beating anyone at it. Okay, where are we up to? Done the Blaze Blues, done the Inbursts. Okay, here is Melty Blood. This one's a bit better. This I haven't played online yet, but it's like almost like this, but it's an air fighter, so it's quicker. But the combos are a lot easier to do. The system mechanics are a little bit easier to understand. With this, you got the grid system, or the GRD system at the bottom, and it's basically a tug of war. You know, if you walk backwards, you lose grid. If you walk forwards and attack, you gain grid. So it's all about aggression and pushing forward, and I like to sometimes be defensive and feel my opponent out. Melty Blood lets you do that. Type Lumina. If you want to play like an anime fighter that's not that bad, play that. That's really good. That's a really fun game, and I recommend it to anybody. It's got the same system. It's made by Arxis, so it's the same guys that do Under Night, but they made it a little bit more beginner friendly. Combos are a little bit easier to do. They've got really good tutorials on how to do the combos. You've got the moon gauge in the top left, which is like, it's like you have two bars. You'll have your bar at the bottom, and then you'll have your moon gauge, and they both have different properties to them. So play that, guys. It's really good. Okay, where are we up to? Oh my god, is that what I think it is? Oh my god, it is. Yes. Bloody Raw 2. Okay. This game rocked. I played this so much on the PS1. Holy shit. This game was cool because you could have a character that would turn into an animal on like a super. And then the animal would go nuts and kill them. It was really fun. This was only ever played because this was back when internet was in its infancy. And this game rocked. I love this game. You could turn into like a werewolf and just maul the person. And when you changed into an animal or your specific animal, you had different properties and different moves and combos. It was so good. I can't believe Bloody Raw. It's mad. I love that game. Primal Rage. That sounds familiar to me. I don't remember that though. Star Gladiator. Oh man, Plasma Sword. I remember that. I don't know if I'd count Power Stone, Plasma Sword. I mean, I guess, that's the Hayato game. That's the game Hayato's from. No, I guess it's a fighter, but I didn't really play it much. I kind of like fleetingly played it. Okay, Red Earth, no. Revenge, no. Okay, what else we got here? We got Golden Axe. I remember that. Like I said, guys, I'm only doing the games I've played. If I haven't played a game, I'm not going to talk about it. I'm not going to even put it up there because I won't know anything about it. Okay, where else did I go? She Strike? No. Lethal League, I remember. Corpazza. Some of these are very obscure. Dive Kick, yeah. People still play Dive Kick. Ninja Turtle Fighters. Sweet. Mutant Academy. I remember some of these X-Men titles because I was obsessed with X-Men back in the day. Judgment, no. Hey, Warriors, no. No, I don't remember that. Okay, no. Punch Out. Is that the Punch Out I'm thinking of? That's not Super Punch Out, is it? I'm going to pretend that is Super Punch Out. This game kicked ass, man. If you ever played Punch Out on SNES, oh, damn, that game was rocking. I got addicted to this because I wanted to pass the whole game and I could never finish the World Tour. So that's the final tour. So you go through, I think it's Rookie, Prize Fighter Tour, and then keeps going down until you get to World Tour. And the World Tour, you've got 4 guys to fight, and they're really, really hard. I've seen people speedrun this game, and it's just amazing. It's really fun. play Super Punch-Out. If you have SNES or any way you can play that game, it is really good. So it's not like your traditional... it is 2D, I suppose, but you're standing behind your boxer. So you can kind of see his punches. So if I was facing the wall, you could see like my hands punch like that, and my boxer's his opacity was turned down to like 50%. So you could still see the boxer, but you could kind of see what punches you were throwing. You had lows, highs, and I think you had like hooks as well in this game. And every character was unique. Like everyone you fought, there was a clown you'd fight. If you punch him in the stomach, he'd just laugh at you. You go, so really good, and it's a really fun game. I wouldn't say it's easy to get into. It can be a little bit like you'll pass the rookie tour in no time at all. You'll figure, oh, this is fun, and you'll keep playing it. And then as you keep playing, you're like, this is starting to hurt me. And I understand why people say that it starts to hurt them, but yeah, Punch-Out's fun. Super Punch-Out, play it. It's good. Where are we up to? Oh my god, Shaq Fu. I remember that. I played that a little bit, man. That was such a weird game. Oh, it was SNES. I remember that. It was SNES. Long time ago. Jeez. Clay Fighter. Okay. Oh, there's the original. This is awesome. That is the original Smash Bros. That game is awesome. I would go to friends' houses and bother them just to play that with me, because at the time I didn't have an N64. I'd go to their house and like I didn't even care if they were having dinner or doing whatever. I'd be like, "Hey, dude, let's play Smash." And eventually, I got Smash, and I started inviting people over all the time, because this was, like I said, internet in its infancy, even pre-internet days. And the only way you could verse people is if they came to your house. Make sure you had like 4 controllers hooked up. Best arena fighter I've ever played, hands down, kicks ass. The very first one. I haven't played any iterations after that one, but the very first one, oh, what a fun game, man. And even thinking about it now, I'd just be knocking on my mate's door at like 6 in the morning before school. Be like, hey, dude, let's play Smash a bit, you know, before we go to school. I'd be like, dude, I'm half asleep. Let's play Smash. Yeah, he'd be so angry with me, man. But I really got into that game. It was so addictive. You know, using shields and dashes, and then using like your smash moves. And then it got even more fun because they would add items that would just drop on the ground, and you could hit people. You could throw the items at people. You could use them, like the baseball bat, the wand. You could use the smash hammer. Where you just go around like that, and anyone you hit just died dead. Oh, really, really well-made game. I remember that game really well. I used to play a lot of Link. I used to play... And Captain Falcon. I used to play a lot of Link and Captain Falcon. Really, really good game. Oh, man, it's bringing back memories. I was such a pest when this came out, and I played it so much. Okay, let's see. We're almost at the end, guys. Let's see what I do remember Shaq Fu, but not enough to talk about it. Here's the other Smash Bros. I've not played any of these. I've heard good things and bad things about all of them, but I have not played any of them. Only the first one on 64 was, rock solid game. Yusha. Oh my god, I did play one of these. So it was called Budokai Tenkaichi, I think. That was the one I played. It was like ultra simple, like it was nothing to it. Again, another... I tried to get into my DBZ fighters, man. It was not easy. But I did play Budokai Tenkaichi, and I didn't really like it either. I found that game too simple. So it was not for me, you know. Yeah, like, they made so many Dragon Ball Fighter games, and I can't say I've really liked any of them. Oh, here we go. Now, I played all of these. Which one's the one I played the most of? Hang on. Not that one. It was this one here. It was the first one. Which one was the first one? Was it Ninja Storm? Yeah. This is good. This is a really, really good game. I got pretty into this game as well. So I think this is the first one. I did play all the others too. I had 2, 3, and 4. But after that, it didn't feel any different. All of them just felt like repeats, and the only thing that changed was the story. But the first one, really, really good game, man. It was like a 3D fighter, but in like 2D graphics. So you could have like 360 vision, and like it had really good feel to it. Like the way you do supers and stuff was easy. It wasn't hard to do supers. It wasn't difficult. The movement was really crisp. Felt really nice to play. I never played this online. I only versus friends. When I go to their house, I'd bring the game with me. And at the time, I was playing it on PS4. I'd just bring the game with me. I'd be like, hey, dude, I just, got Ninja Storm, Naruto's Ninja Storm. Big anime fan, like I said earlier. This game is good. I remember I just got my friend into the game. And I said to him, hey, dude, let's play this game. And I explained the buttons to him. We had some practice matches. And then I said, let's play for real now, man. And I just said, pick Naruto. And I picked the puppet user. Oh, I forgot his name. Oh, man. Starts with K. He's Tamari and Gaara's brother. I've forgotten his name. The puppet user. I played him. And I said to my mate, look, dude, I'm pretty good at this game. I'll verse you at it. He beat me like 10 games in a row with Naruto. All he kept doing was Rasengans over and over. And every time he'd catch me with a Rasengan, I'd try to like substitute myself out of it. And I couldn't do it in time. And for some reason, my puppets were too slow to keep up with him. I forgot his name. Karunoko? No, I've forgotten his name. But he's Tamari and Gaara's brother. The one with the maroon face paint. He's got like face paint over his eyes, his mouth. And he's kind of got like a hood. I've forgotten his name. Pathetic. But, yeah. I really like this game. I really recommend anyone play it. I don't know if you can play... I'm pretty sure you can play this online now anyway, if you're into it. But that's really fun. That is a really, really fun game. So yeah, see, they made so many iterations of it. Ultimate Ninja, then Something Heroes. I can't really read that. There's Storm 2, 3. I played all of these. But there's no point putting them all up because they did not feel different from each other. Demon Slayer. One Punch Man made a game. Alright, I might check that out. I might check out even Demon Slayer's one. Not bad. Jujutsu Kaisen. I have not played that. Oh, One Piece have made a few games. The one I played was more like King of the North Star. Fist of the North Star. And I didn't really like it. I haven't seen a 2D fighter for One Piece. I'm sure there must be one, but I haven't seen it. I haven't played it. Bleach's games I've not played. Absolutely, this is my favorite anime. Just in case anyone wants to know, this anime is the GOAT of all animes for me personally. Let's see. No more there. Jump Force. No, I never played Jump Force. I think this is Pokken. I heard Pokken was good. I heard really good things about Pokken, but I never played it. And Digimon Star Wars Clone Wars. Oh yeah, I love this show. Oh, Simpsons Wrestling. I remember that too. But I think that's it. Hey, let's see if there's anything I missed. Well, I played a bit of this. I didn't like it, guys. I didn't like the new Mortal Kombat. It felt weird. Didn't like the mechanics. Didn't like the story. Usually I love the story. I couldn't get into it. What else? So we're approaching an hour on the video. Let's see what else we got. I played all of these, the Marvel games. They were lots of fun. Marvel 3, played that too. That was okay. I just can't really speak about it enough. What else? Have I missed anything out? There's a lot here, so I just want to make sure I didn't miss anything that I really do enjoy. Oh, wait. Is this the first one? Oh, yeah. I remember this. This was good. I'm going to put it in the B. And actually, I'll put this in A. This was good. The first Killer Instinct. This game was alright. I only had one friend that owned this game. He owned it on SNES. And I remember, like, as I really did enjoy playing it, like, and he never wanted to, when I go to his house, he wasn't into playing it. He wanted to go outside and, like, play soccer or basketball. And I'd be like, dude, let's play Killer Instinct. Like, it's the only game you got that's good. And he just was like, "Nah, I don't want it. I don't want to even play it, man. I'm bored of it." So I kind of just took that as like, because every time we'd go over his house with my family, he'd just be like, "Oh, let's play soccer." I'm like, "Yeah, it's fine. I'd play a little bit here and there. I'd be all right with that." Eventually, what I ended up doing, I went to his house and I asked him, "Can I have your Killer Instinct game?" Because I had a SNES, and he's just like, "No, dude, it's mine." I'm like, "Well, you don't play it. I never see you play it, man. Do you play it when I'm not here?" And he goes, "No, I don't. I never play it. I don't think I've played it since the day I bought it." It's like, "Can I have it?" He goes, "No." That kind of annoyed me. So what I did, I asked his mum if I could have it. She goes, "Yeah, just take it. He never plays it." But she said, "Don't tell him you're taking it." I said, "Okay." So his mum was really sweet with me and my family and stuff. So I just took it out of out of. He had like a little hold. He had like only 5 games. He barely gamed. He was more into like playing sports outside, which is all good. Nothing wrong with that. So I just took it, put it in my pocket, and and we were leaving, and then he for some reason comes out of this room. He goes, "Where's my Killer Instinct game?" And his mum just basically said, "I gave it to Tosh. You never play it." And he started crying and carrying on and being an idiot, and I had to give it back. So come on, man! Like, you never even play the game. Like, just hand it over. I'll even give you like $5 for it or something, which is probably all the money I had at the time. And he's like, "Nah." So he kept it. What a turd! I don't see this bloke anymore. By the way, I'm not even sure what he's doing. But yeah, that was my story on the very first one. That was a really fun game to play. I barely got to play it there with him. Okay, anything else? Let's have a look. I don't think there's anything else I've missed. Like I said, I have played one of the DOA games. I can't remember which one, so I'll just leave that. Never played Virtua Fighter. I've heard okay things. It's another 3D based fighting game, like kind of like Tekken. Soul Calibur, only the second one. I never played the first one. Only Soul Calibur 2. It's good. Samurai Showdown, only played one of them. King of Fighters, only played one King of Fighters. Which is, where is it? I did put it up here. There it is. King of number 15. I haven't played any others. Yeah, and I think that's it, guys. Apart from Mortal Kombat Trilogy, which I can't for the life of me find. 4, Deadly Alliance, Perception, Armageddon, DC Universe. Nah, I can't find it. But if Mortal Kombat Trilogy was there, that game was good too. I just can't see it here. It's not here. Alright, guys, and that is my tier list. My personal preference tier list. So, I personally like all these games, and I'm probably going to continue to play most of them. But, yeah, for those of you that want a little bit of a catch up, so I'll just go over it really quickly. Hard, easy, hard. hard, very hard. Like with games that are not like viable anymore, like Tekken 3, like I'll just skip it. Hard, medium to easy. No, it's easy. No. Pretty standard. Like I'd say medium. Alpha 3, I'd say is hard. Samsho, medium to hard. Soul Calibur 2, no. Guilty Gear, for me, it's hard. I know it's not hard in general, but the game is just ingrained. Like, people love it too much, man. Versus Rising, easy to medium. In-Birth, medium. Bloody Raw and Punch-Out, no, but definitely easy. And I'd say medium to easy and medium. EX, no, but it's not fun. It's just a game that I played. I didn't really like it. Fatal Fury, hard. Very hard. KOF 15, don't know. Like, I'd say medium. I'm still trying to figure out how to play it. Skullgirl's hard. Mortal Kombat 1, weird. Weird is going to be the word, because it just was weird. Pocket Fighter, like I said, I think it's like Dr. Mario. it's not really even a fighter. It's more of like a puzzle game. Mortal Kombat 1, haven't played it enough, but I didn't really like it, so I'd say medium. And these two games down here, I didn't like either of them, unfortunately. And yeah, I'd probably say medium. So yeah, guys, that's my tier list of the games I have played, of the games I do like, and the games I will continue to play. So thank you for watching. You're awesome. Leave me a comment of any kind. Let me know what games you played, what games I missed, anything that I should have added, and I really appreciate it. And I'll catch you guys in the next one. Bye.